friends, I'm back again. Um, Due to the weather tonight, or this evening, well, tonight, whatever, um, it's very damp out there and raining and a miserable night, basically overall. So I decided to stay in and talk about several things. Um, we're going to focus on Christmas and the things that are going to be happening here in Ottawa in December. As you know, I talked about the free LLT and the free transit system that's happening from December 1st to December 31st. So it gives a chance if you're going to visit Ottawa to visit all of Ottawa, various areas. You're going to be interested in the projection show at Parliament Hill. It's going to be a 50-minute show at Parliament starting on December the 8th to January the 7th, 2022, of course, from 5:30 p.m. off to 11 p.m. at night. So if any one of you want to visit Ottawa, this projection show at Parliament Hill would be a good idea. Also, there's going to be a lot of lights in the area. NAC, the War Memorial down by Jacques Cartier Park, Confederation Park, and all down toward the NAC and extend to Gatineau. I'm giving you the brief description right now, and so forth. It's going to be very nice. It's going to be very beautiful. Be awesome. So check that out. Starting on December 8th. There's a lot of things going in NAC. There's always free concerts going in NAC. And I plan to go there tomorrow actually for a free concert. There should be one tomorrow. I want to check it out. Apparently the people here just want to, do a lot of BS and all that jazz. I go by myself, that's fine. There's nobody here wants to really do anything outside of their, thingamajigs. Whatever, I'll go by myself. Anyways, there's a lot of things going on, probably I heard in Toronto. There's more things going on in Toronto than here in Ottawa. But I'm going to look into more things happening. And if anyone's interested, there's a Science and Technology Museum on St. Laurent, which has two interesting demos until, check it out. Call them and find out. They have a special demo about how a pyro, which indicates fire, they basically tell you how engines and so forth are powered by fire. And also talks about how temperatures colder than ice can be used in certain machinery and power things up there as well, which should be interesting because I never heard of anything being powered by anything colder than ice, I never heard of it. I've heard things being powered by fire. When it comes to things being powered by something colder than ice, that's new to me. I'm just trying to think what could be powered stronger than, fire powers a lot of things. We can all think about which things are powered by fire. But things that are powered colder than ice, I'm curious to find that out. Anyways, that's at the Museum of Science and Technology at St. Laurent Mall. Check it out. It's not close downtown, but check out the Museum of Science Technology at St. Laurent Boulevard, and that should be interesting. I think I'm going to check that out too. Probably by myself because everyone here doesn't want to do that. Yeah, Anyway, so yeah. Aside from that, has everyone got the Christmas shopping going? I haven't got that going yet, to be honest. But right now, I would like to talk about the history of the malls. Um, right now, everything's open till 8 p.m. around there anyway, for the malls. But in my time, I'm 50 years old now, and I remember back in the time in the 80s and probably the 90s as well, when the shopping malls used to be open till midnight. Now, I'm not sure if anyone remembers. Like, do you remember when the shopping malls opened till midnight? Does anyone remember the Midnight Madness era back in the 90s and 80s? If you do, cheers to that. But I'm just reminiscing back to the back good old days when the economy wasn't so bad as it is now, when the malls opened to midnight back then. I remember that back in the day. And I'm not sure who remembers that, but I'm sure the people around my age group who remembers that. And I also remember the time back in 2009 when I was working at Ottawa Sun. I was working at Ottawa Sun, not directly for the media exactly, but I was working at the warehouse, inserting the free flyers and all the flyers into the newspapers for delivery in the morning. That was an overnight shift back then for me. And I remember back then, do you remember back then in the day, all these stores opened 24 hours? I remember back then, back in 2009, we got off at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., sometimes 4:30 in the morning, depending when the process was done, how fast we worked, and so forth and so forth. I remember, and I remember me and my coworker used to go back and forth on bicycle. We used to make sure we were in sync with the same shift and had a bicycle. He would make sure he cycled home with me. He lived in Vanny and Montreal Road back then. And back then, the metro, which was there on Saint Laurent Mall, not Saint Laurent Mall, Saint Laurent Boulevard, sorry, and Donald Street, which is now replaced by a giant tiger now, used to be open 24/7. That was really convenient back in the day in 2009. Used to cycle home with me. We used to go there, metro, get our things, and cycle on our way home after a long shift back in 2009. It was really good old days. But yeah. Anyway, sounds like our neighbors causing problems, being drunk, drugs, causing problems. Same old, same old. Too much drugs going on here, too much idiocy, but I have no time for that. I'd rather stay here talking live to you guys. You guys are cool. Anyways, it's more safer. And speaking of Christmas, anyone got the Christmas tree up? Got mine up. Um, Despite things that are happening, we have to keep the Christmas spirit alive. And right now, people are kind of making a lot of noise in the hallway. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? Hey, Dave, David Banger. Sorry, I can't even talk tonight. Anyways, Dave, you got a Christmas tree up? Christmas decorations up? Christmas shopping? What have you? And another thing, speaking of Christmas, I would like to bring up the issue of we're talking the positive side. We're talking about the past of Christmas. We're talking the past of shopping malls open till midnight back then, back in the day. And because of COVID, people have lost a lot of money. I understand that. A lot of businesses have died, killed off by COVID-19, basically, and they didn't survive. A few of them came back, probably temporarily hibernated and came back after COVID is loosening up a bit. But yeah, there's been a lot of economic disasters since COVID has hit. A lot of businesses have closed. I know the minimum wage is going up more in January to $15 an hour. I understand that. But when you think about it, it's not really worth it. It's just might as well stay the same like that. It hasn't gone up at all like that. Yeah, the minimum wage has gone up, but it's still going downward slowly. The fact that Metro used to be open 24 hours, Walmart used to be open 24 hours. The fact that the minimum wage is going up and they say it's okay, that is a load of BS. Do the math. If things were getting better, things would be open till midnight still. Even before COVID, it would still be open till midnight. There'll still be donut shop open 24 hours. Ponderosa would still be here. The Olive Garden would still be here. Chi-Chi's would still be here. They're all gone down to the United States. You just gotta do the math. If the company was getting better, in essence, from all those years ago, this is the truth. You have to do the math. You gotta think. Why is not anything open 24 hours anymore? Why is Ponderosa gone before COVID? Why is Chi-Chi's gone? Why is Olive Garden gone? Well, all these businesses going to the States. If the economy was getting better, these would still be here. Would they not? Wake up, people. Do the math. Think. Really think and do the damn math. Nobody thinks anymore about businesses. And seriously, if the company was better, why is everything going up? The only thing I do, speaking of things going up, try to save money. Food banks are busier than ever. That is a fact, even for working people. That is a fact. Rent is going up. That is a fact. Groceries is going up. That is a fact. And it is what it is. And the truth is the truth. No matter what lies the government says the economy is getting better, that is a load of crap. And that is totally true. I speak the truth. I am speaking the truth. I'm going by past history to what it is now. If the government, if it is getting better, the government is making the economy better. How come it's not the same like it was back then? You gotta use your heads, people. The truth is the truth. Okay, that's my rant for tonight about that, and that's my truth for tonight. That's my wake up call for everybody. You gotta think about that. Use your head. You gotta use your head. Okay. Moving beyond that, neighbors are causing trouble. They're doing on drugs and everything. Okay, speaking of which, let's go on to the next subject for tonight. We're going to talk about addictions now. Now, I know there are several addictions right now, and we're all not perfect. Just give me a second. I'm going to text somebody. Just give me a moment. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. My neighbor's knocking the door of another person down the hall, so I don't know. Okay. Don't mind me. Just give me a second. Okay, I just text my neighbor's sister. It sounds like my neighbor's in trouble with some neighbors down the hall. These people have crack problems, eating problems, and it sounds like they were together and knocked on my door. But I'm in the middle of a live stream right now, so I don't want to deal with that right now. I have no time for that kind of thing. Anyways, addictions. There's a lot of addictions going on even before COVID. There's multiple addictions. There's addiction to alcohol. There's addictions to drugs, whether it be weed, whether it be crack, cocaine, pills, whatever. Myself, I have an on-off addiction, I must admit, to alcohol. Not really an addiction. I wouldn't say it's an addiction. I'm not an alcoholic. It's more PTSD oriented. When I get triggered or I get harassed or threatened, I tend to go on a binge, and I tend to freak out, you might say. Now, I mentioned this before in my other YouTube streams. If you watch my YouTube streams regularly and listen carefully, you guys know that. But there's a lot of other addictions going on here besides alcoholism. There's a lot of people here who have a problem with crack. And I never did crack personally. I never did that. I was offered to try it several times. And I'm proud to say I never did it. I smoked weed. Not that I go out and buy my own weed and roll my own joint. I don't even know how to roll a joint. I know. Sounds kind of silly, but what I used to do is go with a group of people in a circle before COVID. We used to take a little puff of the weed in a circle and talk. We talk. Then every now and then we get the puff and go around. Smoke a puff. Next one. Puff, 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 puff. We did that amongst friends pre-COVID. And I remember doing that, not all the time, maybe, I would say maybe 2-4 times a year I did that, but not very often. And speaking of weed, people like, you notice that there's weed stores more than beer stores and all Spew stores and so forth? Just hang on, sorry. Just gonna go on speakerphone.
I didn't get a hold of Nicole.
Okay, she was knocking on my door with another girl down the hall, and they were all hyper. I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. I'm gonna call you back. I'm on YouTube live right now. Okay. Okay, I'll call you back as soon as I can. But she knocked on my door a few minutes ago when I was live streaming with somebody else talking. It sounded like someone named Kat who lives across. She has a crack problem too. But
I have no idea.
Anyways, I know the people here.
No idea I'm involved. I have no idea. She's not answering me.
She's with these girls here. She's with Carol and she's with Kat, and they have crack problems. And anyways, I'm doing a live stream now. Can I call you back? Okay. Anyways, I'm on YouTube right now, live.
I don't want to go live.
Okay, no. But you want to watch me live?
No, thanks.
Okay, I'll call you. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. Sorry guys. Just having problems with my neighbor who is I'm very worried about, and so forth. I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to disrupt the conversation there, our live stream. Anyways, I was saying about crack problems with people, and there's a lot of problems we have in our society. Like I have a bit of alcohol problem sometimes, but I don't drink 24/7, 7 days a week from morning to night, and so forth. But some people have that problem. People have addictions to pills and crack. People have addictions to anything. You can get it to anything. You can addict it. OCD, actually, in my opinion, is a form of addiction. Like addiction, OCD is a form of addiction when you think about it. Um, because you repeat something again, again, again. It depends. It depends, I guess. I'm not too familiar with OCD, but it is a form of addiction. And there's addictive personality as well, which I cannot really say exactly about that. But yeah. People can even get addicted to Facebook, even. And that is very, very true. Um, Even me, I have a bit of OCD as well. My old job, I used to work at a warehouse where we did repetitive movements all the time for preparing things for the other places, supply stores, supply other places, and so forth. I don't want to go into the details of what we supplied for, but it was repetitive movement, twisting the wrist and moving stuff repeatedly for hours on end. That was our job. Hence the tendinitis in my hand. Um, from repetitive movement. And yeah, I have to take care of that. I have to take physiotherapy for that. My doctor gave me some exercises to do, which I unfortunately can't seem to locate right now. So I may have to download it or get that email to me again from her. Right now it's very warm there. That's a good sign. But anyways, we all have addiction problems. Um, OCD addictions, that's a very big thing right now. And addictions probably going to go up the Christmas season, especially those who are depressed. Christmas time is a very depressing time for people, not all people, but quite a few people more than you think. People have lost people at Christmas time. People go to addictions due to loneliness, depression, maybe losing people. Whatever the case may be, there's a lot of people who turn to addictions and so forth. With me, I go in occasional binges. Um, it has gotten worse since I lost my job, and due to the racism and harassment instances here, I have gone up a bit. But I'm stabilizing slowly. Like I was like this after my job, up, then isn't up again, then like this. Now I'm getting stabilized again slowly. It'll dip there. So I'm taking courses again, and I'm taking Zoom calls for supportive services, which is good. The thing is, I'm getting used to Zoom. There's some elders speaking on Zoom to another center, the Wapano Center, on Mondays, and I'm just getting used to Zoom. Like with Zoom, it was like, what the heck's going on here? Now I'm getting used to it. Now I'm getting used to it slowly. I'm just slowly getting used to Zoom meetings, and I'm getting used to support through Zoom. The only thing is, I'm used to going in a circle of actual people and doing things like that. I'm slowly getting used to Zoom, and I'm sure all of you are not getting used to Zoom. It's very hard not having human contact that much, and yeah. Um, we're meant to have human contact, and this technology is something, but it's not the same. Anyways, there's counseling services and so forth for the toll free lines, as you know. But during COVID, as you know, most of the time probably a lot of people didn't go through due to the big demand during COVID-19. But things are slowly opening up a little bit. Although you may have go one-on-one contact outside, which is fine, depending on the weather, of course. That's fine too. That's not bad. And yeah, we have that for now. We're slowly adjusting to that. Unfortunately, it's still gonna be a very hard year, very hard Christmas time for us all. And yeah, okay. Next subject. I would like to talk about suicide now against around the holidays. And I have to admit to you guys, and I have to admit that I have considered suicide more than once in my, since COVID-19 started. I must admit that I have actually considered that myself. As you guys know, I have that on my YouTube from the incident before, when the police officer took the side of people who gave violence against me and took their side and told me to scram. Anyways, that was horrible back then. And I really didn't like the way the panic bus refused to serve food for me and serve my two friends, but refused to serve me, even though I'm at risk losing my place because I'm 3 months behind rent and so forth. I do not appreciate that at all. So again, I was freaking out. I, honestly speaking, got super drunk. I was freaking out, and that was just not right. Especially during the holidays, that's just not right. But I'm over that now, and yeah, I'm going to I keep rising up. I may fall down, they may push me down, mentally or physically. I don't care which, but I'll process it, and I'll keep going up. I'm taking my courses and so forth with Wash and Lodge. I'm taking the implant readiness program to helping us with a culture, helping us with the market, helping us getting, building ourselves up to get a good job and building us up emotionally through our culture, singing some indigenous songs, drumming, talking, and communicating, basically. Good support system. It's amazing. I love it. Those guys have saved my life, and thank God I'm in the Zoom meetings with them right now every Wednesday and Thursday at noon, which is cool. Yeah, that's awesome. But anyways, the suicide part of the Christmas time is that we have to do our best to be there for each other, and so forth. I bet you $1,000 you wouldn't even call the tent worker about my, it's just amazing. It is what it is. What can I say? I'm stronger than them. She's with somebody right now. It doesn't sound like she's with somebody drinking. I don't even know what else she's doing. I don't want any part of it. And that's it. That's all. So yeah, moving on. Okay, like I said, today is a very special day with purple. Yeah, let's close off with that. Like I said, today is International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. And I did a stream about that early on. That is something that has to be dealt with seriously for men and women. Doesn't matter. Everyone experienced violence, and we got to deal with that. Be there for each other, and so forth. Okay. I talked about protection, how to protect yourself, the last stream. I don't know if I should repeat myself about that, about the Lysol spray and about the whistle and about hidden cameras and recorders and all that jazz. You got to do that. You got to cover your butt. I mentioned that before, the stream before. So check the other stream before I go in detail about that. I don't want to go back into that again. So check the stream before that regarding those things. And the next thing I want to cover right now basically is oh yeah, 'tis the season of scammers and hackers. La 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 la. No, that's it. I'm trying to be funny, but it really is true that there is going to be an increase of scammers and hackers and so forth. So the best thing for us to do, like I'm just learning about this. I have a desktop computer here, as you guys can see. You need to get the firewall up and going and so forth. And just as a warning to you all, there is an AVG scam going on there that prompts you that you have these problems here and there and here and there and wants you to pay and click on to deal with it. FYI, that could be a scam. The best thing to do is go in your settings, depending what computer you have, go down in the far left-hand corner of your screen, the bottom where the little 4 squares are. If you have the newest Windows, anyways, that is. Check out your status and settings and see if you have the firewall protected and everything antivirus protected. Firewall should protect you from anything. AVG, if an AVG prompt comes up saying for you to click on for protection and you have the firewall and you check out your settings, you know that's a scam because there's AVG scam going on right now. If you want more information about the AVG scam, Google it. Go down to Google and check out AVG scam and check it out for more details if you want the whole specifics of this scam. That's one thing I want to talk about, which is happening to me even when I got this TV, this computer. Plus, check out all the scams. Like if you're on Facebook, be careful of any posts and so forth and all that jazz about any debt relief from the government guaranteed. Most of it is a scam. If you really want to find out things, check out Service Canada. Call them 211, call 301, whatever, if you have no computer. Find out about these scams. I'm sure they have scam sites and the active scams that are happening. Google it too, but if you want to be sure, check out these scam sites on these legit government sites, Service Canada, 211, 301. They refer you to the legit scam sites and so forth. There's a lot of them out this time of year, so be extra careful. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. It's making that counts. What else are we talking about? Okay. Talk about scams and hacking. Okay. There's password protection. That's nothing I'm not too familiar in, to be honest. People have known to hack in the password, probably through your desktop. They can hack and get your IP address, I'm finding out. I'm not too familiar with that, to be honest. But be careful of that. I should just keep changing the password and so forth if you have a computer. Just be careful. I was hacked into action myself. They took $124 out of my account and I had to change my banking account. I still have it frozen so no one can make anything out of my account just in case. And I'm going to change it again just being the safe side because, just being the safe side. Take some online courses. If you really don't know what you really want to take, I suggest you take career cruising. You just go on to Google and you take career cruising. You go down career cruising and you set up your own account there. Basically, it is a personality test. It also gives you a career cruising test as well Like if you like working with people, if you like working with technology, if you like working with food industry, if you like working with children, and they ask you those kind of questions and so forth and all that jazz. So I'm just gonna tell you my results. This is fun. Number one, it says I should be a dance instructor. No, I don't think so. Um, there's a lot of things that sound legit for me, but basically overall, that's one of these sites you can choose, which I am being taught at the Minnewacan Lodge Zoom meetings I'm dealing with right now. And it says changed the past 10 years. Very, very extensive. It's very, very informative. It gives examples of people who have succeeded in that and so forth. So I suggest if you want to choose a career path, if interested, is career cruising. Check that on Google and take the test and so forth. That should help you out. And it should. And yeah. So we talked about the projection show at Parliament Hill in Ottawa. And I mentioned about the LRT and the buses in Ottawa, Ontario being free all of December. So if you live outside Ottawa, I suggest you come to Ottawa, take advantage of that. I mentioned about bed and breakfast across the Museum of Nature, which also has a spa. I have that on my other stream too. I should look into that. Tomorrow I'm going to focus on the bed and breakfasts and hotels in the area because you guys probably want to come to Ottawa, December free transit. So I'll work on that tomorrow morning and I'll give you as much. I'll start with the bed and breakfasts, one stream around the downtown core. And then on maybe in the evening, I'll try to do a stream about the hotels, motels in the area, the price range anyway. And I'll let you know about that. Because you really want to take advantage coming to Ottawa with all the transit system being free for all the month of September. So therefore, if you're visiting family or coming to visit, you have the opportunity to check out all of Ottawa. I'll try to mention, I mentioned about the Museum of Science and Technology and all the things going on there. I'll do a stream about the, on Saturday, I'll do a stream about the museums for you guys. Like I said, you want to see the light show, which starts on December 8th, 2021, and it goes on January 7th, 22, sorry, from 5:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. I'll talk about other things and everything and so forth for you guys to know. So I'll be pretty busy getting all these things ready for you guys if you want to come to Ottawa. And so forth, including Winterlude. Winterlude is going to happen in January, February, though, so you have to pay fare then, of course. So you have to stay in the downtown core. So yeah. Anyways, that's about it for now. I'll be busy trying to get the bed and breakfasts ready for you guys. Take advantage of the December free transit. I'll start with bed and breakfasts. I know this went in Glebe when I did door to door back then. I'm not sure if it's open, but I'll start with the bed and breakfasts, and then I'll start with the motels and hotels after that in the downtown core, and we'll go from there. So yeah, everyone have a good night. Take care, and I'll talk to you. I'll give a live stream tomorrow about all this information I'm going to research for you guys to take advantage of the free transit all of December. Take care. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night. Peace.